Now here we will discuss relative velocity based on aeroplane. When we drop anything, bomb or any object from aeroplane, its velocity is same as that of aeroplane. See this video. Watch Watch the motion of this aeroplane. This is an observer who is standing on ground. This is the aeroplane which is moving horizontally. In first case, it is moving with a constant speed. See the motion of the ball drop from this aeroplane as seen by the observer who is standing on ground and the observer who is sitting inside this aeroplane. When the aeroplane is moving with constant speed, the ball will move in parabolic path as seen by this man. As seen by this observer, this path appears to be a parabolic. But with respect to this observer, this ball is simply falling vertically downward. With respect to this aeroplane, the observer sitting on this aeroplane, the ball is simply falling vertically downward. Now when we increase the speed, accelerate this aeroplane, then what will happen? See, if the aeroplane is accelerating, the ball is going downward as well as backward with respect to this observer. But with respect to the observer who is standing on ground, the ball is again following the same path. See it. As the time is increasing, the ball is going more backward and more downward as seen by this observer. Now finally it will land on ground. Now based on this video, we have to solve some question of this aeroplane and this bomb problem. Now see, a bomb is dropped. This is the first question. A bomb is being dropped from an aeroplane when it is at directly above a target at a height of 1000 meter. The aeroplane is moving horizontally with a speed of 20 root 2 meter per second. By how much distance will the bomb miss the target? Now, this is an aeroplane bomber which is moving horizontally. This is a bomber which is moving horizontally. Let this be our x-axis and this be our y-axis. At this instant, this is the target where we have to drop this bomb. Now when we drop this bomb, let the bomber is moving with speed v0. It is given as 20 root 2 meter per second. So this bomb is also moving with the same speed v0 when it is dropped, and it will follow a path like this. It will strike somewhat here and here it will explode. This bomb will explode here. Now this distance is the distance by which the bomb will miss the target. This is x. Now we have to calculate this x. This height is given, it is 1000 meter. So in this coordinate system I will write the velocity of bomb with respect to ground is same as that of the velocity of this bomber, means it is 20 root 2 I cap, and vertical velocity is 0. In the same way, the acceleration of bomb with respect to ground, that is equal to horizontal acceleration is 0 and the vertical acceleration is minus 10 j cap, that is g, 0 I cap minus 10 j cap. The displacement of bomb with respect to ground. The horizontal displacement I have assumed to be x, it is x I cap, and vertical displacement is minus 1000 j cap. So this is the displacement of the bomb when it will strike the ground. Let the time of flight be t. So now we can say x is equal to the horizontal displacement is horizontal speed. Horizontal speed is 20 root 2, so it is 20 root 2 into t, and this t is the time of flight. And vertical displacement, I can say y is equal to uy into t plus 1 by 2 ay into t square. Now y is minus 1000 and uy is 0. The bomb is moving horizontally, so the initial vertical velocity is 0. Acceleration is 1 by 2 and it is 10 t square. So this 10 will cancel. We get t, that is equal to 10 root 2 second. So this is the time of flight of this bomb, and if I substitute the time here, I will get x, that is equal to 20 root 2 into 10 root 2. that is equal to 20 into 2, that is 40 into 10, that is equal to 400 meter. So by 400 meter this bomb will miss this target T. Now next question. A boy standing on a long railroad car throw a ball straight upward. The car is moving in horizontal road with an acceleration of 1 meter per second square, and the projection velocity is in the vertical direction, and it is 9.8 meter per second. How far behind the boy will the ball fall on the car? This is a railroad car. It is moving horizontally with a speed of the acceleration of car with respect to ground is 1 meter per second square. And this is a boy who is standing in this car. He throw a ball vertically upward. This is V0. So let's fix the coordinate system in this trolley itself. Means we will solve this question with respect to car. Now the car is initially accelerating. I will write the velocity of car with respect the velocity of ball with respect to car initially is 0 I cap plus 9.8 j cap. This is the initial velocity because the ball is thrown vertically upward with a speed of this. Now the car is accelerating. The acceleration of ball with respect to ground. We know the ball will always move vertically downward with an acceleration of 9.8 j cap. This is the acceleration of the ball with respect to ground. And acceleration of car with respect to ground is given, that is equal to 1 I cap. So I can say acceleration of ball with respect to car is acceleration of ball with respect to ground minus acceleration of car with respect to ground. So acceleration of ball with respect to ground is minus 9.8 j cap, and acceleration of car with respect to ground is minus 1 I cap. So I will substitute here. It becomes minus 1 I cap minus 9.8 j cap. This is the acceleration of the ball with respect to car. Now let the ball moves like this. It go upward and it falls here. With respect to car, it falls a distance x. So the displacement of ball with respect to car, let it be x coordinate. X displacement is x I cap, and the vertical displacement is 0 j cap. When it will strike the cut, the vertical displacement is 0. So I can say the vertical displacement is equal to uy into t plus 1 by 2 ay into t square. So vertical displacement is 0. I will substitute it here. 0 is equal to uy. Uy is 9.8. The vertical velocity of the ball is 9.8 j cap into t, and acceleration 1 by 2 ay is minus 9.8. So I will substitute here minus 9.8 into t square. So from here we get t, that is equal to this 9.8 will cancel out. We get t, that is equal to 2 seconds. This is the time when the ball will strike this floor, this car. In this 2 seconds, the displacement along x-axis is ux. What is ux? Ux is 0. So it is 0 into 2 plus 1 by 2. What is acceleration? Acceleration along x-axis is minus 1 into t square means 2 square. Solving it, we get x, that is equal to minus 2 I cap. This is the displacement of the ball. Means ball will fall a distance of 2 meter backward. So the answer is 2 meter behind this boy. Now third question. A bomber flying upward at an angle of 53 degree with the vertical. So this angle is 37 degree. If this angle is 53, so I think this angle is, so we can say this angle is 37. Let the bomber is moving with a speed of v0. So we can say vx is equal to v0 cos 37 degree and vy is equal to v0 sin 37 degree. This is the velocity of the bomber along x-axis and along y-axis when the bomb is being dropped. When it is a height of 800 meter, a bomb is released. Means this height is 800 meter. The bomb will move like this. It will strike here. This is the point where the bomb will fall. The velocity of the bomber at the time of release of bomb. So we have to calculate V0. First we will solve this V0. Now we know the initial velocity of the bomber. We can say the initial velocity of the bomb with respect to ground. The speed of the bomb and the bomber initially will remain same. So I will assume this as x-axis and y-axis. So we can say the initial velocity of the bomber is Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. The acceleration of bomb with respect to ground. Along x-axis the acceleration is 0 and along y-axis it is minus 10 j cap. It is given the acceleration is 10 j cap. The displacement of bomb. So when the displacement of bomber with respect to ground can be written as the horizontal displacement is x I cap. Let this be x and let this be y. Y is minus 800 meter along j cap. Now we know the vertical displacement, so I will directly write, and the time of flight of this bomb is also given, that is 20 seconds. So this is given, this 20 seconds is given. Now from these three given expression we can say the vertical displacement y is equal to uy into t plus 1 by 2 ay into t square. So vertical displacement is minus 800. So I will write here minus 800 is equal to uy. What is uy? The vertical velocity is vy. So it is vy into t plus 1 by 2 ay is 10 minus 10. So I will write here minus 10 into t square. Now we know t is 20. So if I substitute 20 here, I can say minus 800 is equal to uy into 20 minus 1 by 2 ay means 10 into 20 square means 20 into 20. So from here we will solve it. Vy comes out to be this becomes 5. So it is 400 into 5, that is 2000. 2000 minus 800, that is equal to 2000 divided by 20, that is equal to 60 meter per second. So Vy is 60 meter per second from here. Now if I know Vy, I can say Vy is also equal to V0 sin 37 degree. So from here I can say Vy is 60, which is equal to V0 sin 37 means 3 by 5. So V0 comes out to be this will cancel out, it becomes 20, and V0 is equal to 100 meter per second. So the velocity speed of the bomber at the instant is 100 meter per second. This is our first answer. Second question is the maximum height attained by the bomb. So this height, let it be h. So the total height from the ground is 800 plus h. Now we can very easily calculate h. So h can be written as Vy square by 2g. 2g means 10. Vy, we know Vy is equal to 60. So it is 60 into 60 divided by 2 into 10. So this will cancel out, we get this is 3. It is 180 meter. So maximum height from ground. Height from ground is 800 plus 180 meter. So it is equal to 980 meter. This is the maximum height attained by the bomb from the horizontal ground. Now the next question is the horizontal distance traveled by the bomb before it strike the ground. The horizontal distance, for horizontal distance we can say The horizontal distance x is ux. We know ux is v naught cos 37 into t. So v naught is 100, cos 37 is 4 by 5, and time we know it is 20. So from here we get it is 4. So it is 4 into 4 16. So this is 1600 meter. This is the horizontal distance. This is our third answer. Next question. An airplane is flying with a velocity of 50 root 2 km per hour in northeast direction. This is our north, south, east and west. Northeast means this angle is 45 degree. So I can say the velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind is v naught cos 45 I cap plus v naught sin 45 degree j cap. Let this be x axis and y axis. So it comes out to be, we know the air speed of the plane is 50 root 2. So v naught cos 45 is 50 I cap plus 50 j cap. Because v naught 50 root 2 into cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So root 2 will cancel out and we get 50, and this is also 50. This is the velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind. Wind is blowing at 25 km per hour from north to south. In this direction the wind is blowing. So I can say the velocity of wind with respect to ground is minus 25 j cap. So the velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground can be written as the velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind with respect to ground. So velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground is equal to velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind is this, and velocity of wind with respect to ground is minus 25 j cap. So adding these two we get it is 50 I cap plus 25 j cap. It is in kilometer per hour. Now we have to calculate the resultant displacement of the aeroplane. So the displacement of aeroplane with respect to ground is velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground into t. So displacement of aeroplane with respect to ground is 50 I cap plus 25 j cap into 2 hour. That is equal to 100 I cap plus 50 j cap. So this is the displacement of the aeroplane. This is the displacement of aeroplane with respect to ground. So we can say the magnitude of displacement of aeroplane with respect to ground is root over 100 square plus 50 square. So the magnitude of displacement of aeroplane with respect to ground is equal to 50 root 5 kilometer. This is the answer. If I say what is the displacement in vector form, this is the answer. This is in kilometer. In a scalar form, the magnitude is 50 root 5 kilometer. Next question. An aeroplane has to go from A to point B. This is point A. It has to move from A to B. Now it is moving in this direction. It has to move from A to B along this line. Now 30 degree east of north. This is our north, south, east and west. 30 degree north east of north means this angle is 30 degree. East of north means this angle. So this plane has to move along this line with respect to ground so that it can land here at B. So now the wind is blowing towards northward. Let this be our x-axis, let this be our y-axis. So the wind is blowing toward northward. This is the velocity of wind with respect to ground. So I can say the solution is velocity of wind with respect to ground is 20 j cap. Because it is flowing in northward direction, I have assumed this northward as y-axis. The airspeed of the plane is the magnitude of aeroplane with respect to wind is 150 meter per second. This is the air speed. This is the speed of aeroplane with respect to wind. Find the direction which the pilot should head to reach this point B. Now let's see. Let's assume the pilot is moving in this direction and the wind is blowing it in this direction. So if the pilot is heading towards this direction and the wind is moving in this direction, so aeroplane is actually going like this. So this is the velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind. This is the velocity of wind with respect to ground, and this is the velocity of aeroplane with respect to ground. Now we know this distance is 500 km. So this angle we know with vertical this angle is 30. So this angle is also 30 degree. This is also 30 degree. Let this angle be theta. So this angle is theta. Since this three velocity is forming triangle, this we know is 20. This we know is magnitude is 150. So I can say 20 by sine theta is equal to 150 by sine 30. This angle is 30 degree. This is 30 degree. So I can assume, taking sine rule, it is 20 by sine 30, 150 by sine 20 by sine theta is 150 by sine 30. So from here we get sine theta, that is equal to 1 by 15. So the aeroplane is moving at an angle of theta which is equal to sine inverse of 1 by 15 in the eastward direction with this line AB. In the eastward direction from this line AB. Now for time, for time we can say, let the aeroplane is moving in this direction for time t and the wind is blowing in this direction for time t. So we can say the distance moved by the aeroplane is 150 into t, and this is 20 into t, and this is 500 into 10 to the power 3. So by using sine rule we can say 150 into t by sine 30, 150 by sine 30, 150t by sine 30 because this is 30 degree is equal to 500 into 10 to the power 3 divided by this angle, sine of this angle, and we know this angle is pi minus theta minus 30 degree. So you can say it is sine theta plus 30 degree. Now we know the value of theta, so solving it we get time which is equal to 50 minute. Note it must be in minute, it is in minute, so in second the answer is different. Now suppose a balloon is ascending at a rate of 12 km per hour. This balloon is going upward with a speed of 12 km means 12 into 5 by 18 meter per second, which is equal to 10 by 3, it is 10 by 3 Jacob. This is the vertical velocity, and horizontally it is moving with a speed of 20 km means 20 into 5 by 18. This is ux, which is equal to 50 by 9 meter per second. This is the velocity of the balloon. It is going upward ascending with a speed of this, and it is also moving horizontally with a speed of 50 by 9 meter per second. If a blast bag is dropped from the balloon at the instant when it is at a height of 50 meter from the ground, this height is 50 meter. At this instant a bag is dropped, so the bag will move like this. This is the motion of the bag. Since the bag is dropped, so the velocity of bag, initial velocity of the bag with respect to ground is 50 by 9 I cap plus 10 by 3 j cap. This is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. This is the initial velocity of bag with respect to ground. The acceleration of bag with respect to ground is 0 I cap minus 10 j cap. The displacement of bag with respect to ground, let it be horizontal displacement is x I cap minus 50 j cap. Let this be x. Now we know the vertical displacement, so we can say y is equal to uy into t plus 1 by 2 ay into t square. So y is minus 50, uy we know uy is 10 by 3, so it is 10 by 3 into t plus 1 by 2 ay means minus 10 into t square. So this become quadratic in t. So from this expression we can say minus 50 is equal to 10 by 3t minus 10 by 2 t square. 10 by 2 t square. So this 10 will cancel out. We get minus 5 into 6 is equal to 2t minus 3t square, or 3t square minus 2t minus 30 is equal to 0. So from here we can say t is equal to plus 2 plus minus b square means 2 square 4 minus 4ac, since this is minus here so it become plus 4 into 3 into 30 divided by 2a means 2 into 3. Solving this quadratic we get t will choose only positive value, so t comes out to be 3.55 second. This is the time of light. This is the time taken by this bag to reach this ground, and the speed when it strike the ground is, so we can say speed is vx. Vx is equal to, vx will remain same because the horizontal there is no acceleration, so vx is 50 by 9. So I will write vx is 50 by 9 at the instant when it strike the ground, and vy is equal to uy. We know uy is equal to, uy is 10 by 3, so it is 10 by 3 minus ay is 10 into time, that is 3.55. Solving this we can say the speed when it strike the ground is root over vx square plus vy square. Now solving it we get this as 32, it is approximately 32 meter per second. So this is your answer. You know vx, you know vy, square these two and take the root, add it and take the root, you will get the speed of the ball when it strikes the ground.